Hi everybody, this is for Chapter 8, CP Algebra 1 in Cherry Creek High School. This is worksheet number 14 is one of the reviews, so we'll look at the odds. First one, we want to label it. We don't have a B value, so that means that it just goes up 4, put a dot, and I'm going to pattern graph it. Right one, up 1, left one, up 1, right one, up 3, left one, up 3, and that's about as far as we can go. So the vertex is 0, 0, 4 is the vertex. We don't have any roots because it doesn't cross the x-axis, and it looks like the y-intercept is also 0, 4. So that's the y-intercept and your vertex both. It just happens to happen right there. This one, we have a point that we can establish for our vertex. This is in vertex form, so remember it's negative, the opposite of what's inside, so negative 2, and then the same what's outside. So I have negative 2, negative 5, which is here. I can pattern graph with 1, 3, 5 because my lead coefficient's 1, so I go right one, up 1, left one, up 1, right 1, up 3, left 1, up 3. And then I could keep going. I could do the 5 as well. So my vertex is negative 2, 5. My y-intercept appears to be 0, negative 1. We do have roots, but we can't really see them off the pattern graphing. So they could be rational roots, meaning they could be fractions or decimals, or they could be irrational, meaning they're fractions or just decimals that we can't make as fractions. Okay, number 5 is in vertex form already. So it's opposite inside, same outside. So 4, negative 3. Pattern graph with 1, 3, 5. Right one, up 1, left one, up 1. From here, right one, up 1, 2, 3. Left one, up 3. And go ahead and graph it. And then we have, we do have roots. Again, we can't see them exactly with our pattern graphing, so they do exist there, but they might be rational or irrational numbers. And then where will this cross the y-intercept? If I wanted to do that, I plug 0 in. I can't see it on my graph right now because it's too far out. So that would be negative 4. 0 minus 4 is negative 4. Negative 4 squared is positive 16. 16 minus 3 is 13. So that would be my y-intercept on number 5. Number 7. Number 7, we don't have a B value again, so my vertex is just going to be 0, 1. That's my vertex. Also is my y-intercept. If I pattern graph, I have a negative 3, so I'm going to go right one down 3 because it's negative, left one down 3. Then I'd go even further, so right one down 9, so that's off the screen, so we're not going to worry about that. So that's what it looks like. It does indeed cross the x-axis. Again, they might be irrational roots. They could be rational roots, but I can't see them exactly because we did not solve for them. This one is in vertex form, so I have negative, opposite inside, same outside. So negative 1, 2. And then it's going to grow half as fast. So I'm actually going to go right 2, down 1. Or excuse me, right 2, up 1. I just flip the fraction over, and like that. And so we have this nice, fat, wide parabola. That point doesn't exist. Where does it cross the y-axis? Oh, right there. So I guess we could plug 0 in to find it. So 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 squared is 1. Half of 1 is half. Half plus 2 is 2.5 or 2.5. So that's where that crosses. It does not cross the x-axis. So we don't have any real zeros or roots. Okay, number 11, I would ask in class. It's just a lot to fill out with this, but the nice thing is when you pattern graph out this, you can find the vertex pretty easily. So that's at -3, -1. It does pattern graph, so my A value out front has to be 1, so that should answer quite a few questions about that question, but I'd ask more about in class. Okay, we're given these factors, so I have x minus 3 because x equals 3, and x plus 6, so it's always opposite that, and if we multiply it out, I'm going to get x squared plus 6x minus 3x is plus 3x, and then minus 18. And that's it.